Hello everyone, welcome back to PLC Automation. This is Jaffer, and in today's video we are going to add two timer tags to our function block. One of them going to be our input time and the second gonna be the output time. So in the past video we have explained and we have learned how to create this mini machine function block, but whenever I'm starting my machine, I start the machine, the motor is on, the motor come through, it means the motor is turning, but I do not have any tag which tells me the actual time or the set time. Okay, and today's video we are going to add two more tags. One of them are the set time and the other one as the actual time. And also we are going to add an HMI, and we are going to read all the parameters on an HMI and also be able to control the logic on an HMI. So let's do that. To do that, first of all, I'm going offline. Okay, I'm going to my function block. And my function block and the input variable, I will put set time as the data type is time, and output is actual time, actual time. Okay, this is also time. And now this is our timer. We put the set time here. This is our set time done. And the actual time, we will put it here. That's all. And now we go back to our OB1. We see now we have an error. It's because we have add some variable to the function block. What do we have to do now? We have to update the function block. To update our function block, it's very simple. You right click on your function block and you will get the option to update the function block. When you click on update my function block, you will get two options. So this is the current function block and it's going to be like that. We just click OK. So now we see we have two tags added. The one set time and the second actual time. We do the same for the second function block. So very important. For example, you are creating one function block and you are calling it 10 times and you are over 1. If you change something, if you add something to the function block and you have to update all the calls, it's not automatically, but sometimes it happens automatically, but you have to update the whole function, all the calls. Otherwise, it's an error. So now this is our function block 1, call 1. And this is the instance data block. We click on it, we see set time. This is added to the instance data block, and also the actual time we see here. When we do the same for our second call, we go to the second instant data block, set time, and the actual time. Now I download my PLC or my program into simulator. It's loading. Okay. All right. So now what we did, we go online. Now we see here two additional tags. One is the set time and the second is the actual time. So when you do not have any time, right? So if you start the process will not turn on, the motor will not turn on, it goes directly to the end time because it's 0 milliseconds. You have not set the time, right? But I will stop the machine and reset the process. Yeah. And now I'm going to set about 10 milliseconds. 10 milliseconds, it's no, 10 seconds. Yeah, it's 10 seconds. And now when I start my process, the process will start, the motor is true, and the actual time will be activated here. You will see 6 seconds, 7, 8, 9, 10. After 10 seconds, the process will be end. It's also for the second function block, it counts the same. Okay, so now we are going to work on our HMI. To do that, we go again offline and we add a new device. We go to HMI, we choose display 9, the basic one, the first one, we add to our program. We can configure Okay, now it's 0 milliseconds. When we start, it is process done, because after 0 milliseconds it's done already, right? Okay, we should reset and we give some time. We give 20 seconds. Now the time starts counting, but the motor is not turned on. Let's have it. And look why. But after 20, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, this works, but the first one not. Let's have a look. Why it's not turning on. It's connected to motor. Okay. Okay. It's already done. We reset. We give 10 seconds. Restart. The motor is on. The timing starts counting. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you seeing? After 10 seconds, we will reset the process and we give it 5 seconds. We start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5 after 5 seconds. And now we are going to 30 seconds. Let me reset the process. 30 seconds. Start. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But in the meantime, if we click on stop, the process it should stop. It's not stopping, right? Yeah, it's stopping, but reset, start, stop. You see, it stops. But we have to give another behavior to our timer, to our stop button. It's set while is pressed, so that's why it's behaving not good. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you have learned something from this video. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to your